Savannah, I'm coming home, Savannah, we'll never be alone, Savannah, the beauty of the world.
Right, hi. First of all, I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone over the last couple days, or mainly yesterday. I gained about 150 subscribers in one day, which for a lot of channels is, isn't a lot. But for my channel, at seeing that a couple days ago I was standing at just over 1,500 subscribers, the fact that I almost have 1,800 subscribers now is crazy to think. I only hit 1,500 subscribers a couple of weeks ago, and the fact that it took me a year to get there, and the fact that now it's only taken me a few days to get like so many more subscribers is absolutely crazy. So I thank you all for that. For those who don't know, the reason this has come about is because I left a comment on Ricky Dillon's video of him basically like explaining about his sexuality and how he doesn't know what he is, but if he's drawn to a definition, then it's asexuality. He doesn't define as asexual at all, but he strongly relates to that word. So I commented on that, and I think it got more likes than I have subscribers. It had over 1,800 likes thus far, and that was just a day ago when I wrote that. So yeah, it's been a very hectic day. I've had a lot of comments. I've had a lot of messages on like Instagram and Snapchat from new people. So hey, welcome. Thank you so much for the support. It's kind of like settled down now. I haven't been gaining that many subscribers over the last few hours or overnight or anything. I think I only gained 4 whilst I was asleep. So it has kind of settled down now. But thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. And feel free to message me if you are new or need someone to talk to. As I've said to all subscribers, I just I will try and reply to messages, and I understand how you can feel alone and stuff, and I felt like that myself, so feel free to message me wherever. Today's video I wanted to speak about asexuality on it's sort of a personal video, but it's also like sort of it's because I've got so many new subscribers now and so many new watchers that perhaps are also a bit unfamiliar about asexuality, or because of Ricky Dillon's video they've sort of seen, I may be this asexual word, and they've like looked it up, and they might define as it themselves now, because he has spread so much more awareness about the minority sexuality that is asexuality. I thought I would say my story and again reiterate certain parts of my life that were key to me understanding my sexuality and understanding how I am slightly different and part of this minority sexuality. So let's get into that. When I was in secondary school, I didn't note it. I defined as heterosexual until I was about 15 or 16 years old. So until I was about year 11, or year no, it would have been year 10 or 11 in secondary school. So I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is in America, but yeah, 15 or 16 years old is all you need to know. So I knew I was different for ages. I knew I was very different from about year 8 or year 9. So when I was about 12 or 13, and yeah, I was because all my friends started speaking about this idea of sex and about everything like that, and it was just I didn't understand it. I thought it was like this jokey thing that people made up because I never had an urge, I never had any desire for it. I also had no desire to masturbate at this time, and I still don't. I haven't masturbated in my life, but what I will say is, not all asexuals are the same. A lot of asexuals do masturbate, so don't just generalize what I do to the whole asexual population, because it's never going to be true. But I never have had the urge, so I never have. And yeah, back then, so I felt different, especially when my best friends started speaking about it as well and started saying how they did it. I wanted to fit in so badly, man. I really did, and it sort of led to a different side of me. It really did. It led to me not caring because I just gave up. I just really wanted to be normal at this point, and I changed from the year 7 me, which was very vulnerable, very kind of alone, and very I got bullied in year 7. I even, I got bullied to the extent that I had to report it, and that was shitty. That was really, really bad. But I changed from that to actually into more of a rebellious guy who actually got excluded from school in like year 10. Um, Thankfully, I've changed since then. I've changed massively. It was just like a little phase of my life where I just didn't care about anything. I would just do little stupid things, and I really, there are several, there are a lot more aspects to it than just my being different and being a different sexuality. But that was an aspect towards why I was like that. I changed towards my sixth form time, so when I was like 17 and 18, I just didn't get in trouble, and I think I got in trouble once during the start of it, but that was it. And I just, I was a good student, and I got good grades and stuff like that, and I ended up here at uni. So I did change, but for that part, when it was just finding out that I was different and finding out that I was asexual, I was just, I wanted to be more normal more than anything, and that still is a thought that enters my brain a lot during each day, if I'm honest, because I just want to fit in, especially now at uni. We'll get into that. In sixth form was the time when, which is when I was about between 16 and 18, was a time when most people were now talking about sex a lot. And this became apparent, obviously, and I think that's normal for everywhere, really. And, more and more people started losing their virginity, and you knew about it, really. More and more relationships formed, and more people were having sexual partners. And this again, obviously had a effect on me. But this is actually when I discovered asexuality, and actually started accepting that this was me, and that I was different to the rest, and that I was asexual, I guess. What was my initial reaction to this? Basically, happy and sad. There was two sides of the coins. Because I've always wanted to be normal, kind of like being able to define myself as this meant that, I don't know, I felt that I was now defined as this. I get that that's, obviously, it's fine that your sexuality changes and stuff, and you can discover more about yourself as life progresses, and perhaps change sexualities, not through choice, but through experience and through events that occur that may, make you feel differently about certain things. But I understand that, because I defined as this, I reckon I am this, and I reckon I'm always going to be this, it's just a thought in my head. So it means that there's it made me think that there was no chance of me being normal anymore, heterosexual. So that was one side of me. The other side of me was pretty glad that I wasn't alone. Knowing that there were several others around the world that were like me is crazy. So uni came, and I posted my first, posted a coming out video on Facebook initially, telling all my Facebook friends, so people I knew in real life, about how I felt I was asexual, and explaining it to them. And it was my most popular video on Facebook. Was my most popular post on Facebook to this day. And yeah, that sort of sparked when my YouTube channel came about. I made my first public video at the moment in July of last year, July 2015, and that was called Asexuality, My Story. I may link it. Yeah, I might try and remember to link it in the description so you can check it out. I probably seem a bit different there. I was a lot more nervous because obviously it was my initial video and I wasn't sure how people would react. To this day, it's my second most watched video, and it's done very, very well. It's done, I wouldn't have ever thought that it would do that well. And the fact that I've gained almost 1,800 subscribers, because of the videos I make about asexuality and stuff, and I know most of my subscribers are asexual themselves, so which is absolutely crazy, and I really need to thank you for that. So let's just get on to uni now. So I made my first video my first year at uni. I made my first video on Facebook at the first year at uni. I'm now in my third year. I've just started my third year here in Plymouth, in the southwest of the UK, attending a university called the University of St Mark and St John. And yeah, I'm like, at uni it's very hard being asexual, let's just say that. Each year I've lived with people my own age, people on my course, people I know, students just like me. And obviously I live with them 24/7, so I hear about them. I hear stories and stuff, and obviously sex comes into conversation quite a bit. Especially in my first year, I lived with 5 other guys. I was one of 6 guys, and it was all that was often a conversation about sex. And obviously, um, I'd obviously I lived with them 24/7, so inevitably some of them would have sex during the course of the year and stuff, and I'd know about it. And it was the same in my second year as well. When I lived with other people, I lived with girls and guys, and girls and a guy, and there was people that would have sex a lot who I lived with, and it really emphasised how different I was and how sex is a big thing to so many people. I accept that. I accept that more than anyone. I really do. And as I say, this isn't um, this isn't of disgust at heterosexuals or anything like that. It's more of jealousy and envy, because I just wish I had that, because it's affected so many of my I wouldn't say past relationships, because I've never actually had a relationship, but when I've been getting close to like a girl or something that I'm attracted to and who I really get on with, my sexuality is often what shall we say, ends like our conversations or the chances I have with them, which sucks. More than anything, it sucks. And I reckon if I wasn't this way and if I was normal, then I inevitably would have been in a relationship by now, which is just hard to think. As a person that craves a relationship, I would absolutely love one. I get rather lonely at times, and I think I'll be a good guy. I think I'll be a good boyfriend, but because of obviously sex being a huge factor of relationships nowadays, especially at my age, I'm 20 years old, so um, especially around my age and at uni and stuff, sex is a huge factor of relationships and everything really, of life to a lot of people. It's crazy. So the fact that I don't want to get involved with that is a massive. People just can't take it really, or people can't accept it, which sucks. Which is the thing I hate the most about being asexual, I think, for sure. So yeah, I hope you learned something in this video if you are new here. I understand if you are, an old subscriber, I probably repeated a lot from my other videos. I haven't included everything, I've missed a few details out, and I know exactly what those details are, so perhaps I will include them in in more videos in the future, although I have included them in past videos. Um, so yeah, I'm sorry if I repeated stuff. I just wanted to state to my new subscribers, what my story and stuff briefly, even though it's quite a long video. I think it really does emphasise what I'm like and what sort of person it is. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up as per usual. I really appreciate that. The support on my last video was amazing, like really really great. I mean, it's one of my most viewed videos already, and it's been up for a day. So thank you so much for that. And yeah, if we can do the same on this video, that would be fantastic. So hello to all the new subscribers. Literally leave a comment, say hello in the comments if you're new, and I will reply to you. Feel free to message me if you're feeling down or anything, or just want to say hi on any of my social media. I'll link them in the description below. Thank you for watching, as I keep saying, and I'll speak to you very soon.